Good evening and welcome to the February 19th Glenville Town Board meeting. Please rise for the invocation and pledge allegiance. Pray with me. We pray that you give us strength, wisdom, guidance, and courage as we lead for our community and for our constituents here in the town of Glenville and throughout our country. So we just pray all of these things. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilman Ramatar?
Here.
Councilman Blue?
Here.
Councilman Aragosa?
Here.
Councilman Kirkham?
Here. I'll now go to town council reports, but prior to going to that, we have a pretty short agenda this evening. We will be removing number 11, so we'll pull that, and I would expect to see that on the next meeting, next scheduled board meeting. So we will now move to town council reports, and I'll start on my left with Councilman Aragosa.
Just a couple things. Next Monday night, the 22nd, right here in half of this room, because there's a planning or zoning board of appeals meeting at the same time. The GECC will be hosting a group from Nuclear New York to do a presentation on their mini type reactors project that they're working on. The other thing is I thank the town of Glenville and Vicki Hillis and the Senior Center for hosting the fresh tables tonight. We served over 100 people as of when I left at 6:45. So thanks to the town and thanks to all those who help and support that program. That's it.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Galuli?
No report.
Thank you. Councilman Ramatar?
No reports.
We'll now move to the privilege of the floor, and no one has signed up for the privilege of the floor, but we will call it order.
Ken.
We'll open the privilege of the floor. Anyone wishing to be heard at the privilege of the floor, please go to the mic and identify yourself, and you'll be heard. Is there anybody wishing to be heard? Is there anyone wishing to be heard? Seeing none, privilege of the floor is now closed. We'll move to supervisors' comments. I'll stay here this evening to deliver my comments, and I would just like to say on behalf of myself, I'm sure the rest of the town, extremely grateful for our services that we provide to our community. The weather has been extremely challenging. We've had various water breaks. That's really tasked our employees. Grateful for them. Amazing job continuing to provide all of the essential, vital services that our residents require and expect. Our highway department, there's no exception there. The fine work through all the storms that we've had, and honestly, the men and women who serve the state, DOT, and also the county, thank them as well for the fine work in maintaining our roads throughout a really tough winter. That's really about all I have for this evening. So now we will move to our normal agenda for the evening, and we will start with number 7, the resolution authorizing the chief of police to purchase AEDs at $19,880 from Cardio Medical LLC, and this is for the police department. 11 AEDs. Do I have a motion?
I'll move it.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion?
Yes, as stated, this is a resolution authorizing the chief of police to purchase 11 cardiac science power heart AEDs at a cost of $19,888 from a company in Brentwood, Tennessee, Coro Medical. And this total amount will be covered by the Edward Byrne Memorial Justice Assistance Grant.
Thank you, Councilman. Any further comments? I'd just like to add that the chief of police and the Lieutenant Green, has worked extremely hard at securing these grants. And this is just a great example of how we're putting this money to good use to serve our community. So I'd just like to add that. Seeing no further discussion, will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilman Ramichardt?
Yes.
Councilman Blue?
Yes.
Councilman Aragosa?
Yes.
Councilman Kirkland?
Yes. On to 8, resolution authorizing the acting supervisor to execute an MSA amended 2 agreement. Do I have a motion?
I'll move it.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Moved and second. And any discussion? I'll allow council to elaborate on this one. There's a tiny bit of complexity here, but this, I think when he explains it, we'll fully understand.
Well, Baptist Retirement Center entered into a municipal service agreement with the town in exchange for being taken off the property tax rolls. They have been paying for municipal services. Their municipal service agreement requires that the property be used by a tax exempt organization. The Village of Scotia Police Department would like to use part of the property as for temporarily while their facility is being renovated. And in order to comply with the municipal services agreement, everybody wanted to make it clear that use by the Village of Scotia Police Department complies with the requirements of the MSA. So this amendment just makes sure that there's not a violation of the MSA by virtue of the Village of Scotia Police Department using part of the property.
Thank you, council. Any further discussion? I would just definitely like to add that I think that this is just another way to show that municipalities work together for the common good of all of our people. We'll hope that the bidding structure goes well for the renovations for their new police department or the renovations there, and they can use this temporary home. So it's just another way of supporting each other and making sure that we provide the services to our residents. Any further discussion? Seeing none, will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilman Ramichardt?
Yes.
Councilman Blue?
I'm going to have to abstain due to my part-time employment with the Village of Scotia Police Department.
Councilman Aragosa?
Yes.
Councilman Kirkland?
Yes. And we'll now move on to number 9, a resolution approving the minutes of the regular town board meeting held on February 5th, 2025. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
And do I have a second?
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion?
This is just, we've all received our minutes from clerk and in our emails, and this is approving it. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Seeing none, will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilman Ramichardt?
Yes.
Councilman Blue?
Yes.
Councilman Aragosa?
Yes.
Councilman Kirkland?
Yes. On to 10, a resolution approving the monthly reports for January 2025. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
And do I have a second?
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion?
Again, we all receive our reports monthly from the department heads and in our email. So thank you all for putting them together.
Yeah. Thank you. Any further discussion? Seeing none, will the clerk please call the roll?
Councilman Ramichardt?
Yes.
Councilman Blue?
Yes.
Councilman Aragosa?
Yes.
Councilman Kirkland?
Yes. On to our last order of business for this evening, and I'll start on my left with Councilman Aragosa. Any new business?
No.
Councilman Blue?
Nothing tonight.
Councilman Ryan?
Nothing, no.
And nothing for me as well. I'll take a motion to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Second.
He seconded. Sid did. Sid did second. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned.
Sure.